everybody, and welcome back into Ottawa Arena from Ottawa, Ontario. It's the Cornwall Colts and the Ottawa 67s as they go back-to-back here after a wild game back in Cornwall. The Colts will look for revenge here in Ottawa tonight, the main capital. Here's Muse. He'll send it ahead to Benelli. Shooting, it's blocked. Got it back early, and a big save made by Chabot. The rebound. He'll cover on that as 67s come out of the gates hot with two good looks early on. Yeah, Colts looking for revenge. They fell in that last game 6-5 in a shootout back at home. Looking for revenge here this afternoon. They are not good so far this year. A 1-1-1 record. Here's a pass in front. Stonehouse almost jammed that in. Here's Fernand, Olivier Perron, and here come the Colts. Fernand in! Scores! What a start for the Cornwall Colts. It's Fernand, Olivier Perron. After two big saves early by Chabot, it's the Colts on the board first here tonight from Ottawa. Yeah, in the last game it took a while for both teams to get on the board, and it ended up being a wild one. This one, it's an early goal here tonight, and it's Cornwall on the board first. So a good start for the Cornwall Colts, just what they needed after losing that last game. A game that they probably should have won. Draw one, here's Marnell. To Lazon, he'll send it into the zone, sent around Fernand. He has Lazon, and that one just bounced away from Colby Lazon. Here's Marnell, looking, spinning off the forecheck. He'll drop it in front. No one was there but Mayich, and he'll get it out for Ottawa. Brought ahead by Pinelli. Here's the shot. What a stop made by Chabot, and now Marnell up for Colby Lazon. Knocked off the puck. He'll get it back. Here goes Lazon, stepping down the right side, shooting it. Save made by McKenzie, and he covers on that for Ottawa. Just about six gone here, opening period. It's 1-0 Cornwall. If you're with us here tonight. Toronto Maple Leafs play a game next. If you're still with us, they will take on the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. They have not had a good start to their season as well. 2-2 on the year. They lost the last two games after winning the previous two. Here's Gardner shooting it, kicked out. Bindelis. And here comes Bindelis for Cornwall. He'll look to the net, sending it in front. It's Pike rolling away from the reach of Robitaille. Here's Corbler. Foster now. The other way come the 67s. In on goal. Foster shooting it. Stopped, and it slides wide on the rebound. In the corner. Colts grab it again. Robitaille to Bindelis. He has Caden Pike. Here goes Pike. Down the right side, moving his way in, dropping it in front. It's Frazier. It's sent wide of the goal. Now Robitaille with it again. Sending it off the boards, back ahead to his teammate, and never found him, though. Corbler. Here's Mayich out to center. Now Muse. Here come the 67s in over the line, going right to the net, and they get stopped by Chabot. Here's Gardner. Taken away by Robitaille again. Cornwall ahead. Here's the pass. LeBomb. Had a man with him, but could not get it over as they got tangled up. Hubin to Barlis. Sent out to Kressler. Here comes Kressler. In and over the Cornwall line, trying to get it to the net. Beliveau getting in there. Sermon now. Morelli. Here's Hubin. Knocked out by LeBomb and the Colts, and here they come. It's LeBomb. Fred LeBomb for Cornwall. Sends it ahead, turned it over to Kressler. Back come the 67s. They have numbers. It's Kressler. What a save by Chabot in the splits to keep it 1-0 Colts. Sent in deep. They'll chase it down here. Into the Ottawa zone. It bounces free. Picked up by LeBomb. Fed it in front. No one there but Hubin. And out again by the 67s. Here's Dever. Steps by. Another breakaway. Stopped by Chabot. Back-to-back breakaway saves. Robitaille into the Ottawa zone. Sent around the boards. It's picked up by Morelli. Beliveau trying to keep tabs. It's picked up by Pinelli again. Now Stonehouse. 8 seconds left in the period. Brady Stonehouse centers. What a save again! Oh my! It got in behind him, but he kept it out. And he's laboring a little bit. We hope he's okay and he's not injured on this play. He makes the save and then gets up slowly and awkwardly. They're going to have to take a look at this. And it seems he will stay. So good news for the Cornwall Colts. They cannot afford to lose their top goaltender right now the way the season's been going. Here's Smith shooting it, save again. And we're through one here in Ottawa this afternoon. It is 1-0 Cornwall after one on the early goal by Fernand Olivier Perron. Shots to goal in the hockey game after one are 12-2 Ottawa. They dominated that first period, but were unable to find the back of the net. Hits are two aside. The faceoffs 4-1 67s. It's 1-0 Cornwall through 20 minutes here tonight. Welcome into period two from 67's place in Ottawa. It's the 67s and the Cornwall Colts. Faceoff taken one back by Mayich. He'll bring it in down the right side, moves right to the net. He's stopped by Shabbat, looking to tie it early. Fernand with it again for Cornwall. Right back into the Ottawa zone. He'll send it around. It's Vida going after it. Joe Vida in the corner. Lazon's line on the ice. Here's Stonehouse for Pinelli. Pinelli turns back off the forecheck of the Colts, and he'll look to just get it out. He does now for Dever. He gets by Bindewis. Easy step. In on goal. He's stopped by Shabbat. Morelli. Here's Fernand. Off to Colby Lazon. He can fly. Here's Lazon. Shoots. He's stopped. And Joe Vida takes it back to Fernand. Fernand trying to get that to the net. Chip back for Vida. Turned over to Stonehouse. Here come the 67s yet again. Down the right side, breaking to the middle. Backhand try, blocked. Lazon gets the pass, and here he goes again. Colby Lazon steps in, he'll shoot! And he's stopped by McKenzie. Colby Lazon with three good looks here tonight, but McKenzie's been sharp to keep it 1-0. Face off to the left side of the Ottawa net. We're almost halfway. 1-0 Colts. Draw taken one back by Cornwall. Marnell down low. Fraser in front. They score. What a perfect setup. And the Cornwall Colts extend the lead. It's 2-0 here in the second. What a passing play. This is a tic-tac goal. Caden Pike right where he needs to be. One pass, two pass, three pass in the back of the net. And the Cornwall Colts, Caden Pike, who's been the hottest Colt so far this year, gives them a 2-0 lead. Face off back to center ice. A silent crowd here from Ottawa right now as they've been the more dominant team but find themselves on the end of a 2-0 deficit. Here comes Sermon, taken away by Vandelis. In the corner it goes. Here's Marnell. Sent ahead, it finds Fraser, and we know how mad the Cornwall Colts get when they play here. Here's Robitaille fanning on it. Fraser with it back. He'll feed it in front. Good save made. Rebound. Pike couldn't jam it by. Here's Morelli kept in. Morelli has to be careful in his own end. Now Corbler down the left side in over the Cornwall line. Goes to the net with it. Looks to the net. Feeding it back to the point. It's Morelli shooting it. That went wide. Now corralled by Sermon. He'll center. Corbler is blocked and sent across the far boards on the bounce. Robitaille grabs it. Colts can't get it out though. Morelli, Gardner, that's blocked. It's kept in still. Robitaille to Fraser, and finally Cornwall gets that out to center. 7.5 to go in the second. 2-0 they lead. Here's Morelli to Gardner, shooting it right on. Kicked out by Shabbat. Here's Logan to Beliveau. Colts right back in the Ottawa zone, sent wide of the net. That one chipped off the mark purposely. Sermon in the corner, gave that away, now got it back to Morelli. Sent ahead to Foster. Here comes Dever, stepping in with a shot right on. It's handled. In behind the net, looking for a centering pass to the point. He found one. Views off the mark wide. Colts with it in their own end. Now they'll get it up on the wing for McDonald. Through center for Tristan Moran. Moran sends that back. Colts need to be careful. Beliveau to Ursoni. He takes that back and comes inside with the puck. Ursoni trying to outweight. And now Dever and the 67s get it back up ice. Here's Stonehouse to the net. Centers. Pinelli stopped by Shabbat. Played it down in front. Pearson has it. He'll send that to Beliveau. Beliveau right back into the Ottawa zone it goes. Around the boards it's Fernand. He'll look. He'll center. Deflected but got away. And Mayich did a good job reading the play. Time running out here in the second. Here's Stonehouse. One last chance. He fired it up and over the goal. We're through two in Ottawa tonight. It's the Colts 2, the Ottawa 67, nothing through 40 minutes. Shabbat putting on a display yet again in between the Cornwall pipes, and this is what this team needs with a 1-1-1 record on the season. Shots a goal 17-7 Ottawa after two. The hits are 8-4 67s. Face off 6-2. No power plays. 2-0 Colts after two. Welcome into the third period. The Ottawa 67s trail 2-0 on home ice. It's the first time they've come into the third period this year with zeros on the board. Here comes Muse. He centers. Pinelli shoots. Stopped by Shabbat. Bouncer in the paint got away, and Bindewis cleaned that up. Vida to Marnell. Looks ahead. Here's Vita. Might have Lazon going to the net. He found him, but the pass never connected. It's sent back for Pinelli. Now Stonehouse, 2-on-1. What a cut by the Colts. Lazon, the other way for Cornwall. Colby Lazon breaking. He gave that away to Muse. Now brought back ahead by Pinelli. Centers it. Stonehouse, shot blocked. Vita has it again. He has Lazon. Here's Colby Lazon. He'll step by, breaks in, shoots! And he's stopped by McKenzie. It's in the blue paint. He plays that down to Mayich. Now Stonehouse. Taken back by Bendelis. Bendelis has it for Cornwall. He'll look to get it out of his end and now does. Bendelis up the right side. Stepping by. He has Pike. Man going to the net. It rolled across. And it got away from the Colts. It looked like a tap-in was on the way. Here's Pinelli. The other way for Ottawa. He'll step by and step into the corner. There's been no penalties in this game here today. Wild enough between these two rivals. Sent it around. Here's Pike. Fed it in front. And another save. The rebound. He stopped that. It's underneath him. And he covers up for Ottawa. Big saves made by Tristan McKenzie. And he keeps it 2-0. Face off here to the right side. One back, Colts pick it up. Here's Fraser trying to get it to the goal. Morelli took that away. Foster down. Halfway through the third period, he'll bring it in down the right side. By the way, there will be a delay for the Leaf game as a save made by Shabbat. Here's another, it got through, and Shabbat has that and covers up. But yes, there will be a delay. We'll have about a 15 to 20 minute delay for the start. As here comes a face-off to the left side of the goal. The Maple Leafs taking on the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. It's sent across, but no one there to tap in. Here's Corbler shooting it, blocked by Fraser. Here goes Bradley Fraser on his high horse. He gets by. He'll shoot. Stopped by McKenzie. Right to the crest. He covers on that. And it's been all Cornwall here in the third period. They've put the pressure on, holding this 2-goal lead. Here's the draw right side. One back, Colts have it again. Pass down low, Beliveau to the net, that's blocked. Logan, back in for Beliveau. He'll move in, but can't get the shot. Taken away by Foster, sent ahead to Sermon and back out. Here comes Sermon in over the Cornwall line. 2-on-1! What a save by Shabbat. Got the left leg over. Gardner, Morelli in front! Corbler, that doesn't go. It slides just wide. Marad now, 5.5 on the clock. 2-0 Colts. Sent in, it goes behind the net. Picked up now by Sermon. Sent for Morelli. Back for Kressler now. He turned that over now, and 67's grab it back, but gave it away to Moran. Here's Ursoni inside. He has LeBomb with him in Beliveau. Beliveau shooting it to the net. That's kicked out. The rebound in the paint. They can't find it. Barless. Here's Hubin. Other way come the 67s with time running out for them here tonight. 2-0 Cornwall leading. Morelli. Barless taken back, it's given away, but Ursoni grabs it to Colby Lazon with under 2. Here goes Lazon, backhand, stop, they score! Fernand Olivier Perron with his second of the night. It's set up by Colby Lazon, and it's 3-0 Colts with exactly a minute left. Good save by McKenzie, but the Colts never give up on the play. Lazon's the one who sets it up, and Fernand Olivier Perron finishes on the rebound. And Cornwall gets the booze here in Ottawa tonight. It's 3-0. Face off, back to center ice, 3-0 Cornwall. Draw one by the Colts. Sent ahead, it's Colby Lazon. He'll send in. Time running out here now. Here's a chance. Fernand down low, looks for Lazon, trying to return the favor. He gave it away to Mayhew. Here's Stonehouse, 20 seconds left. In come the 67s. They gave that away. Colby Lazon and Vita have to be careful with the puck at center. Stonehouse, taken back by Mayich. They're just trying to run out the clock now. Mayich, 10 seconds, shoots, stopped by Shabbat. Down low has it again. Another shot that deflects off a Colt and into the seats with 3.7 seconds left. So the face-off coming here to the right side of the goal. 67s, 23 shots on net, all stopped by Shabbat here this afternoon. Draw one back. Here's Mayich, blocked, and that'll do it. The Cornwall Colts shut out the Ottawa 67s. Here from Ottawa tonight, a well-displayed performance after losing leads multiple times in the following game. And it was a 6-5 shootout loss for Cornwall back in Cornwall in a game that they should have won. But they come away with the victory here tonight, and in shutout fashion, it's the second shutout of the season for Caleb Shabbat. And the final score from Ottawa this afternoon, it's the Cornwall Colts 3, the Ottawa 67s, nothing. Following this, the Toronto Maple Leafs will take on the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal. That's coming up in 15 to 20 minutes from now, so stay tuned.